Okay, so we'll start like this. I'm right back in the spot that I was in the last time I was here, and it feels, I don't know, remarkably different. Like it feels more settled, like the landscape is more settled or something. Like it's kind of settled into itself, into its new state. I'm going to head into the woods here because there was a really beautiful spot, not beautiful, visually beautiful, let's say, spot inside in the woods just over here. So that's where I'm going to go first. And it was nice to reconnect in with people I know in the village. And we're trying to maybe talk to the English school to try and organise maybe a photography project with some of the teenagers in the village at some point. Maybe a project related to ecological awareness in the area as well, so that the actual youngsters are equipped with the technical skills then to go out and document this, because this is quite a historic time for this area. So yeah, it's suitably gloomy and suitably miserable, really. I'm going to try and do some of the more hardcore images today to really drop myself down into those very deep emotions. Kind of tap that first and then allow myself to be in that state while I photograph then. My main concern is keeping things clean already. I have hand marks on the towel and the pillowcase from the dirt that's under my hair because I was throwing a bit of ash about yesterday. It's a bit brighter today. There's the clouds have kind of only got half cover today, so it's going to be a different scenario working with the light. And I've been trying to find a different terrain every day, or a different colour of terrain. So everything from pure black to white rocks in the middle of the blackness. And I'm going to walk along the edge of the river today and try and catch some of those autumnal colours. Even if the clouds are grey, it's almost like shooting through a window where you've got two light sources. So because the inside of the forest is so black and dark, and then you've got the light and the sun coming from behind the clouds, which tends to wash it out and overexpose it. So it's a real trick. I'm tending to underexpose everything. It's a process every morning to loosen myself up and to open myself in a way that it's just very instinctual and happens very naturally, and it allows myself to be very free within the scene. I don't feel like I'm being observed or anything. I feel like it's private, and it's just me, the camera, and whatever happens. So that's nice to feel like I'm not being watched, or that there's nobody who has seen or spotted me up to my mischief and play in the woods. So that kind of makes me feel a little bit more confident, and also allows any boundaries that I would have, because I think that if there was people there would be some boundaries that would be up. It's been a journey. It's been enjoyable, actually, to be out every day, to find new locations every day, to just allow myself to go into flow on it, and to see, and each location has kind of triggered a different action in me, or a different movement, or a different way of moving my body when I'm in character and in costume. I'd say everything has been shot within a 15-kilometre range, and most of that within a 5-kilometre range, actually. So the actual ground cover that I've done is actually quite small when you consider that there was over 600,000 acres that were burned. It did actually burn right the way through from the west to the east in a band across the island. Every day I have lost one thing, and every day, the next day, I've been going back to collect it. So yesterday I dropped my belt, which I use to kind of hitch my dress up so that I can move from within the location to a different scene within the location. Just makes it easier, so because I'm carrying tripod, camera, bag, and it's just easier so I don't trip over myself. I've also found areas where lots of ferns are growing. I was there yesterday and I was crawling through them. It was a particularly mucky, dirty day, I would say. It's nice. I'm watching birds right now. About 15 or 20 little birds fly around here. And that's nice to see, because the first time I was here there was no wildlife, there was no birds. Yesterday I also saw some lizards in the grass. So that was also quite a nice change. I'm going to head inside and see what happens, and see what I get inspired to do today, or what I find, or what scenarios I come across.